what's up? It's me, Audra. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. Okay, so I'm here today with the super duper wear test for the Becca Cosmetics Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. Boom! That is a lot of words for a foundation, which is why you will notice in a lot of my reviews now with regard to these foundations, I just start referring to it as the foundation, because constantly trying to say Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation by Becca Cosmetics, Ultimate 24-Hour, like that's just too much. Anyhow, if you're new here, one of the things I wanted to go ahead and let you know is these are fairly long videos because I do a pretty intense wear test. They're usually anywhere from 3 to 7 days long, and I do it that way because, quite honestly, a lot can change in a day. I find that just trying a foundation the first day and then walking around in it for a little bit is not what I need. I'm a big proponent of my base being my bitch, and I like it to be awesome. And so for that to work for me, I have to try it in several different conditions. I kind of have to really know how it acts, because sometimes if I wear it the first time, well, I'm wrong about some things. Case in point, after my first wear test, which you're going to see here shortly, I discovered, I don't know how to say this.
I needed a primer.
Yes, guys, I need a primer. Listen, I know I've been on this train where I talk shit about not needing a primer and how primers are crap. And apparently, you know what, maybe Jen from Jen Loves Reviews was correct. Maybe I was the stupid one. And you know what, I can admit when I'm wrong. So all right, Jen, all right. Maybe I just hadn't found the right primer yet, and now I have. And I can admit fault even though I'm a hashtag Taurus. But that is because I know, you know, she was right and I wasn't beaten or bested. But in all seriousness, I discovered I did need a primer. So let's go ahead and slide into the wear test, and we will talk about this as we go. So this is what we're working with. It is a little lighter than normal, but I do have super neutral undertones, so I'm kind of able to pull it off a little bit. I did use a little extra bronzer to give it some oomph and less ghost. So this is me from afar. It is 5:48 a.m. and I'm gonna take my happy ass to work, sweat, do all the things, see it about 12 hours, maybe 13. rad, tired. My mascara still fucking kicking. All right, and the foundation is actually doing quite well. Now there are some mistakes I made. Can you see it? I should not have worn the concealer the way I did. I think because this is the full coverage foundation, I keep forgetting that when I'm wearing a full coverage foundation, the concealer goes on top, bitch. The concealer goes on top. But then whenever I'm wearing a hydrating foundation, I flip it. So lesson learned. Also, this is a little bit more yellow than I normally like to go with my yellow undertone foundation. I tend to usually have between 3 and 4 foundations that I use regularly because of my neutral undertone. It just depends on the mood I'm in. So like when it's got like when there's like the right amount of sun, I want the red undertone because it gives me that like extra glow. My bitch. And then when it's a little sunny, but I need to and it's cold, I like to do yellow. And then sometimes when it's just like a beautiful day, I just want to be brown. I just want to be brown. So I just use like a nice, completely warm brown undertone. So that brings us here. So the Becca foundation is actually quite nice at this point in time. As I come in close, you can see it's doing pretty well. There is some mess around here. It broke up here pretty badly. But in its defense, one, I shouldn't have done the concealer the way I did, and two, Bo is very licky. It survived a lot of his licks actually because I came home for lunch and he gave me like so many kisses. And then we did our requisite laying on the couch time and he did a lot of kisses there. But one of the things I'm really stoked about is that it's not breaking up in this area, which is the area that I'm always afraid that things are going to break up in. I have not done one touch up since I left you this morning, and I look even crazier than I did before. Oh. I'm watching Kate the Great live, so if I like peer over to the side, that's what's happening. Do you see how red my eyes are? Ugh, it's time to take my blood pressure medicine. Okay, be back.
Here we are in the regular light. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got problems. So yeah, this is the regular bitch lighting. I switched from I have to like get way the fuck in here, guys, because the overhead lights tend to give me like this weird yellow darkish cast, which I think is strange. So I'm just kind of coming in here like in the darkness, how you would see me in the club if you were trying to hit on me and like you were like, "Oh, you're pretty," and I'd be like, but like we'll call these the club lights. So this is what I look like at the club lights. And I really like this. There should be some pictures, hopefully going up randomly, showing you. There we go. Showing you what I look like in the sunshine, in very unflattering office lighting, which, and my bathroom lighting. So this is it. This is me. All right, but I really like this. I'm going to tell you, it does have some transfer, but I feel like that's not, I can't get in the right light now. I feel like that's not unusual for a full coverage foundation. I just have to change using the concealer the way that I did because I actually used the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I think I used some of the Catrice, which I can never decide if I like this. So I think it's performing very well, and my face doesn't feel waxy, and I like doing this with my cheeks right now, because the other foundation, if you saw my Maybelline wear test, that shit was waxy as fuck. It was gross. It was literally one of the few times in my life that I could not wait to wash my face, and I had done like a cute eye look for once in my fucking life, and you know what happened? Do you know what happened? The foundation was gross. This is not that. So I really like this. I think it's pretty. And it's doing a very good job of like fully covering my old lady. So I'm, you know, proud of that. All right, so it's now 7:46 p.m. on Monday night. Tomorrow will be a Tuesday. We are going to try it sans concealer and see how that works out. I have been working all day today. I was sweating, hefting boxes. I took the dog for a walk, my son Bo. We went for a long little walk. We played, we ran. I picked up his poop as a good pet owner. And now I'm sweating balls on my couch because it's still 70 degrees today. But tomorrow, tomorrow we're gonna see how this performs under cold weather conditions because it's gonna be like 40 degrees and raining. Being a Texan is lovely. All right, so yeah, that's that. And we will be back, and hopefully, I will not be late to work showing it to you. I will not show you all of the prep work before like I normally do because I don't want the video to be 8 zillion years long. But if anything changes, I will keep you updated. The only time I show you the process is if something's changing. All right? All right. Tuesday. Oh, hey, good morning. It is 5:26 a.m. I am trying the Becca foundation. I'm taking it on a wear test, and we're going to see if the Ultimate Coverage 24-hour foundation really is ultimate coverage. Today, we're not going to use any concealer. We're just going to see what the foundation looks like without all those things. And as usual, I got more than 5 hours of sleep, and I'm more tired than normal. I should have just not done that. All right, here we go. Not like a scary ghost, that I can get to work. Also, I only used one pump this time, like one and like a dribble of two, and that seems to be better. It's very, very full, so let's go. Okay, so I know my lips are popping. I'll talk to you about it in a little bit. But it looks good. It is a yellow AF. No, I'm not gonna lie there. Like it's really yellow. I actually changed up my blush a little bit to give me more of a like light bright youth feel. And the only thing I can say is like around my mustache area, which I guess I should probably shave. But other than that, it looks pretty good. So I am feeling pumped. I'm going to go to work. It is 5:46 a.m. and I'm out this joint. Okay, it is 5:37 p.m. I'm doing a check-in. It is Tuesday, February 18th. All right, so it actually is doing a very good job, and my decision to not wear concealer seems to be a really, really good one, because this is Bo's doing God knows what. This is a very full coverage. This is a very, very full coverage foundation, and so with it being as full coverage as it is, I actually prefer it without the concealer. The only thing I will say, and I don't know, maybe it's me and like my mustache, but it seems to kind of break up around my mouth and my chin area, and I don't know if that's a me thing. And today I tried not to let Bo really lick on my chin as much like he does, so I did try that. So but I don't know, it seems to like be around here. So what I'm gonna do, no judgment, I'm going to shave my mustache down better and hopefully for Wednesday's wear test we'll see a difference. I may or may not show you me wearing it, but I think that we've got an idea of the coverage, and I also didn't put as much on since it is full coverage. I can't remember if I said that because I've had a long day. But yeah, I did a lighter go round. I applied it with a brush this time, and I am definitely going to say it is breaking up around my mouth. Everywhere else it's fine, but for some reason around my mouth it's like fucking dying. So we're gonna see what it looks like tomorrow. I'm gonna do the same application, so I'm not gonna show you that probably. I'm gonna do the exact same application, no concealer, and the only thing I am gonna change is I might put some kind of, I have another concealer that I might be able to use around my mouth to help. So we're going to try that and see. So I guess I will film that. Okay. Damn it. All right. So yeah, so this is where we are. I'm going to turn down the light so you can see exactly what it looks like in the low lights. And you should have been seeing pictures come up of what I look like kind of throughout the day. So let's do that. Okay. This time I just kind of kept one light so you could really see me. Yes, my eyes are so red because my blood pressure is really high. I don't want to talk about it. All right. So who am I talking about by my mouth? I'm going to come in real close. Like right in here. It just feels like, it looks like to me that it's like dying there. But I think it's my beard. So moving on. And you can see, like, yes, you can kind of see my under eye circles, but it doesn't, to me, look as bad as it did yesterday. Although it does look really bad. And I feel like, I can't remember, it's this eye? Or is it this eye? It looks worse than this eye, but and what's worse is I've actually been getting sleep. I don't know why my bags are so deep lately, but we'll move away from that. But yeah, I think that it's actually wearing pretty well, and we're going to try a little thing here with this area and see if I can get that to play ball. Okay. Okay, you've seen the first 2 times I applied and wore the foundation, and yes, it did turn out that I did, in fact, need a primer, and the primer really actually did help. It was from First Aid Beauty. It actually really made everything stick much better around my mouth, and the reason I really want to talk about that is because I have a very animated mouth. And I know that seemed like a weird thing to do, but I did it because when you move your mouth around a lot like I do, making a lot of weird facial expressions, sticking out your tongue, you have to have the foundation around here not go to shit. And I ended up finding out that if I didn't have the primer on, it did die. It was just like, no thanks. And I was like, wait. The other thing I discovered is that this coverage is so full coverage that quite honestly, concealer is not my friend with this foundation, which is rare for me. I have also, guys, I don't know who I am, but I have really started applying my foundation all the time with a brush. I know. Who am I?
Am I turning into a beauty YouTuber yet?
No, but in all seriousness, I really was happy to try that and discover that maybe I have always been wrong about primers. Maybe I've just always had the wrong ones, and it seems like that might be the case. So now we're going to go ahead into the, I believe, 3rd and 4th final transitions of me trying to wear this and take it out on its whole life test, and we'll be back with my final feelings on the foundation. All right, good morning. I am going to try this. I've used this before, so I'm going to try it again. It's the Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer. I'm going to try it around my mouth area. I did not get to shave my beard like I wanted to, but I was quite inebriated last night. It wasn't going to be a good idea. So here we go.
These nights I fall into a state, I feel it all, bittersweet taste, don't know what's making me this way, I want it all, I want it, some call it restlessness and some say I'm just bored being alone, they don't see it, they don't know that I was born with
It feels actually better there, so I don't know. I gotta go, but I will see you this evening. Hey there. Oh, it's cold as fuck today, so you'll have to excuse me and all the brown on my white hoodie. All right, so I did not get to check in yesterday after work like I wanted to because your girl had a stressful ass day. But here I am on Thursday, the 20th. It is 6:36 p.m. And I've got to say, when I added primer, it's much better. Like the breakup around here is not happening. So I would definitely say that with this, I also made sure that I used less of the foundation, and then I used some weird coconut primer. I can't find it right now. I will have a picture of it, or it'll be here somewhere. But I did use a primer, and it's really like the whole bottom half where it was breaking up and being a shit bag has stopped doing that. So I'm really excited about that. Also, I'm going to tell you right now, I have not been wearing concealer with this bad bitch, and it's kind of, this is a full coverage girl. Like, okay, Becca, how you doing, bitch? Glad I got you in a boxy. Do my nails look like garbage? Yes, they do. Am I going to do anything about it? Probably not. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn down the lights. And we're going to see what I look like in the real world. All right, be back. All right, so here we are. This time I brought the camera to me instead of trying to get to the camera. You see what I'm talking about? It looks so much better. And I still have not shaved my mustache, so what we're not gonna do is talk about my upper lip. And that's how things are gonna be. So yeah, I mean, and then you can see like around my eye if the shadow will stop. It actually, my eyes look actually better without the concealer with this foundation than they did with. So that was a good move. I know my eyes look like hot garbage. Fuck. Oh yeah, so that's what I look like in real life, and I really, you saw, no, that was real life. This is badass lighting. Ooh, one of them has turned a funky way. We're not gonna dwell on that right now. What we're actually just gonna look at is this. I kind of like it. It's really pretty. And it kind of gets radiant on my skin as the day wears, but not gross. Like my pores right here don't look all super shitty, and I'm impressed by that. So I have one more day of wearing it, and I'll come back to you guys with my final results on this. But this is the massive wear test that we've done. So we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to test this bad girl. And yeah, so I'm gonna wear it Friday, and I should probably be back on Saturday with results. I don't know when this will go up, but at least you know I did the thing, and I'm actually really impressed. Even like my lines that are right up here don't look as pronounced, which is like, bitch. Okay, Becca, that powder you gave me was hot garbage, but this is good. Okay, see you soon-ish. Is it? It's not? All right, so first things first. Do I like this? Do I enjoy it? The answer is yes, I do. I know at like $44, this is hella expensive, but it's kind of worth it because thing one, I actually don't require concealer with this, and I'm a concealer ass bitch. I like to wear all the concealer, and I have deep, dark purple circles underneath my eyes. However, even though this shade is about it's really one shade lighter than I like with my yellower undertone foundations. It's about one shade lighter than I like my yellow tones. I don't care. I will still wear this because once I put my bronzer on, it's like all gravy, baby. But the other thing is, I'm nuts. Like, I cannot believe I don't need concealer. Look at me now. So take a look at me now. See, look. Can you still tell I have dark circles? Yes, you can't hide these bags to save my life, but it's glorious. Like, I didn't even have words for it. When I started doing it, I was like, uh-oh, bitch, uh-oh. it's so full coverage that I'm literally in awe. Like at this point, I don't know why I would even bother wearing concealer. Like I can't figure out a reason for me to. The other thing I will say, for a tip and a trick, definitely if you are mouth movie, you like to make funny expressions, you like to do things like primer, wear a primer. I wore the coconut primer from First Aid Beauty, and I absolutely adore that, which is, I feel the Taurus in me is having a really hard time eating my words, but I'm gonna do it. But I really like the primer. It feels good on my skin. It keeps this whole area from cracking, breaking up. It looks really good, y'all. And I really like how the foundation just sits on my skin. It is a second skin, which is what? It sits on my skin and it's like part of my skin. And even weirdly, I really feel odd about saying this out loud because the color of this is so off. But for some reason, after about 30 to 45 minutes of this being on my face, it kind of starts to become closer to my actual skin tone.
Which freaks me out.
And I don't know how they're doing it, and I don't know if maybe I'm just a crazy person and I'm seeing things that aren't there. But y'all tell me, because you did see me apply the stuff, and at first it's like, oh my God, it's so yellow. And then it's like, well, okay then. So I like that. One thing I will say though, I would actually not wear a concealer with this unless it was extremely, extremely lightweight. Because this is a full coverage bitch and I'm a full coverage bitch, this is the first full coverage foundation I have ever worn where concealer actually made it worse. And I tried it with a few different ones. I tried it with the Catrice. I actually tried the LA Pro Conceal, LA Girl. I tried my J-Cat. I think yes, I did. I even tried my Milani concealer. It's just not, it is not, and maybe I just don't have an expensive ass enough concealer. We don't know, because I wasn't going to go buy one for this right now. But for me, I discovered that using concealer with this was, one, it was a non-issue. I did not need to. But two, it seemed to cause the foundation to break up everywhere the concealer was. Even when I tried to put it on top, I was like, this is ugly and it's getting gross. So that's one of the things that prompted me to stop wearing the concealer in the first place, was just realizing that it just wasn't hanging out very well with this foundation at all. And I really just think it's because this is ridiculous on the full coverage spectrum. With regards to the 24 hours, I can't definitely say that it works that long. But, all right, so the thing of this is, I can't definitely tell you whether or not it's going to be a 24 hours, because this bitch is not going to stay awake for 24 hours, and I'm damn sure not about to sleep in my makeup, because that is not my bag. But it lasts a long damn time. I think Thursday I actually wore it. It was a little over 15, 16 hours, I feel like. I'd gotten into that realm. Maybe it was 13. Maybe it was 13 hours. It got really far into being way the hell out there. I think it was 13 hours. So I would say yes, it does last. I need no touch-ups with this at all, which of course is a big thing to me. I don't like doing touch-ups. Okay, it is not my thing. No problem with those of you who do, but I like to get my makeup on, have it look good, and go on about my business. I do not want to be a person who is standing there every 10 minutes being like, oh, I don't have time for all that. I'm out. I'm having a good time. I want my foundation to be my friend. Does it last under sweat? It does. It did for me. I was sweating my balls off. I don't have balls, but I was sweating my metaphorical balls off, or sweating off my nipples, whichever makes you more comfortable. But I was sweating like crazy one day. I was hefting boxes, and each of these boxes is about 40 to 50 pounds, and I moved a lot of those suckers, and I had sweat just like beating all around, and it did not get like saggy. There was no discoloration. There were no lines of delineation from where the sweat dropped. So yes, bitch, it does handle up on the sweat. I don't really have any drawbacks to this. If you like a full coverage foundation, especially if you don't like it to feel like a full coverage foundation, which it doesn't, then this would be for you. Also, fun note, 1 pump. So I know you're sitting there thinking to yourself, $44 is really fucking expensive for a foundation. However, 1 pump. 1. Once I stopped being like all insane like I am with most of my foundations and like being like boop doop, 1 pump does my entire face. 1. So $44, 1 pump, it is 1 fluid ounce. That's gonna last you a while, girl. Once I started, like again, I figured out how to mess with it. I do 3 dots here, 2 in here, 1 here, 1 here, here, little one on my nose, and then I started doing like dots across my forehead, and then that was it. I was good to go. I put it on, and at first it's like, oh my god, it's a mask of foundation, but it just settles into your skin like fucking butter. That is the other thing. Settles into the skin like butter. It feels good. You look natural. You look gorgeous. You look And that's the thing that I like about this. It really is another one of those like it's my skin but better type foundations, because I kind of was worried about it because I was like, well, it's super full coverage and I don't know how I feel about that. Now there are certain things like, let me see if I can show you. See there, I have my scar and you can still see that. That's my wishbone scar. A dog did that to me when I was very, very young. And then on this side, I don't know if you can see it anymore, but I had a scar from a cat scratching me in the eyeball, which was really actually quite terrifying. I was afraid to look at that. I thought you would see my eyeball through the other side of my eyelid. So anyhow, with this foundation, I'm definitely going to tell you, I don't have any reservation with recommending this foundation at all. And that should be a lot coming from me because 1, it's $44. 2, the color of this foundation is like, if you didn't really get to see it, is not the right color at all. You know what I mean? But it's like once it, and this is what I'm talking about. I wanted to show it to you right quick. It's almost like once you get it into the skin, it became my skin. And so I had the right color like in my shopping cart on Ulta, and then I was like, fuck it. This is good. It's gonna survive. $44. It is fabulous. I feel terrible. I don't know. Maybe I feel bad because this is expensive shit, but also I don't feel bad because I don't care. I'm here to do a foundation review. So whether it's $14 or $64, I want to be honest with you. I would say for my money, if I was going out buying another one of these, I would go out and buy another one of these. In fact, when this wears out, when this is gone, I'm most likely going to go get more of this shit. It is the business. And I don't know. I don't have anything really super negative to say about it. I mean, even the fact that I couldn't wear it with a concealer. So do I need concealer? Not with this foundation, so I don't care. And honestly, if you want to, you can kind of do what I've done, which is like have the lighter color, which basically acts like your concealer, and then bronze up the rest of your face and you're good to go. So that is it, guys. That is my road hard wear test for the Becca foundation, the ultimate 24-hour coverage foundation. And I'm going to give it all the thumbs and all of the fingers and all the hands because it's amazing, and I'm really happy that I got that in a BoxyCharm because sometimes they give me some weird shit and I don't like it. And this was one where I was like really happy to get it. Their color swatch though could use some work. Hear that, BoxyCharm? If you're gonna offer foundation, do better with those color charts. Thanks. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not already, please go ahead and consider subscribing. It's not a bad thing to do. It's totally free for you. And please like the video on your way out if you enjoyed this, so that way I know my foundation reviews are doing the most for you as they are for me. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I love each and every one of you. Until next time, deuces!